All right. So here we go, folks. Let's go ahead and switch scenes. Close some things. Game, hello? Oh. Let me just flip that around. Da-da-da. I was, adjusting some things. Apparently I have to play this in windowed mode. Because if I do it in full screen, my cursor disappears. And I guess I tried to look it up, and I guess there's, like, by default there's some, like, touchscreen mode or something that turns on when it's in full screen, and I don't know how to turn it off. It's on this menu because I was trying to figure out where that option was. But, yeah, it's annoying, but, you know, it's fine. That's kind of part of why it's such a late start today. But oh hey Nix, how's it going? Let's see. Let me just move some stuff out of the way. I think we're all good to go. I also recently got a new headset for my PlayStation. I haven't plugged it in yet, but hypothetically, I could also stream PlayStation games in the near future. Oh, heck yeah. I'm excited to play it too. I've heard really good things. I haven't touched it or tested it yet or anything, so I'm hyped. And I'm good to hear. I'm glad to hear. Oh, holy shit! What the fuck? I'm glad to hear that you're doing good too. Hang on just a second. Stream info's being funky. It's not. Well, okay, it's set to the game, or it should be. I guess just on my stream manager it's acting up. Alright, last minute scuff out of the way. Let's jump into it. Let's do this. Alright. Oh, everything looks okay. Spooky and ominous. Alright, here we go. Let's heck and go. I'm absolutely Here we go. I know it's a horror game. That's all I know.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. So we have some options here. Killing princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue with that.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Do you have any evidence to back it up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here?
Narrator's
if it
so
weren't to
mean.
complete a very important task. You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
Don't tell me what to
We're
do,
all
Mr.
counting
Voice.
on you.
Do I get some kind of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
He's sick of you already, damn. Alright, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Can we have tacos if we murk the witch? Oh, I hope there's tacos.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I actually had I had Taco Bell for lunch today.
So sure, go, talk to her.
Speaking of tacos.
See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess we proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty,
sorry, Nix.
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Nobody.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
It's
There we
fine.
go.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's... Oh, jeez. Time to grip or drop it. Gosh. Well, let's just grip it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's just stab the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ow.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh, she's got a punch.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess
Thank you
on
for the
somewhat
hydrate.
equal footing.
Yeah, thank you for the hydrate, Lion.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Oh no, she's hot. I mean, not gonna lie, she's kinda cute. Let's heckin' finish it.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
Oh yeah, I hydrated already. I got a drink. I said thank you for the hydrate.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
Oh shit. Oh, I was distracted, sorry. Oh, no problem. No problem at all.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, rip to us. I should have survived. Chapter 2. Boy howdy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, game over for now. We're on chapter 2. Boy howdy. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Gaslighting. Oh, yeah. Narrator's totally gaslighting.
That's fine. It doesn't
Oh,
matter if he
hello?
can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling
Can I
when the
beat
real
up the
threat is just
narrator?
up that hill.
This is more than just deja vu, though.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Well, let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
Okay, killed each other last time around. I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. All she did last time around was beat me to death. Quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? Why was she strong enough to beat me to death?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Okay, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
But maybe I want to know about her. Okay, people locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Okay. How can I make sure we don't kill each other this time?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay. Alright. Sounds
Right,
good enough
now,
to
if
me.
you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Oh, let's second go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from
Lying and
Oh,
cheating
whoops.
doesn't sound like her at all.
Didn't mean
Not that
to
it matters.
skip that.
It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Let's heckin' go. Hell yeah.
The cabin is
Oh, it's
tighter than
different
its
now.
exterior would suggest.
Oh, whoops. Its cold stone walls pressing on you as if trying to forcefully direct you forwards towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
This is different. This is weird.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh,
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
guess I'll... This is a whole different cabin than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's enter the basement. Pet the wall. The wall has been a good boy. The wall has been the best boy. So sturdy and reliable.
The door to the basement creaks
Structurally-
open, revealing
structurally
a rough stone
stable.
staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Ayo. Excuse me, ma'am.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Disrespectfully, damn.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Oh, I can just turn around and leave. Oh gosh. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Alright, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You don't know the depths of my apathy. Got me pretty much everything. Okay. I'm going to do a very good job at slaying the princess. Definitely slaying the princess. Absolutely.
Right. Focus up and do it then.
I guess attack? Well, hold on. Not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Okay.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I guess I'll just attack the princess. Here we go.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught.
Ouch.
Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
I think she's a little too into it. I'm a little scared.
Don't let her get in your head.
Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that
What could possibly
don't.
go wrong?
The only way to win, the only way out of this is through.
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that again. My finger keeps slipping. Oh, jeez. Let's bait an opening.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Oh.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes.
Oh, ouch.
Pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Eye of the Needle. Oh boy, howdy. Can't believe you got the good ending on your first try.
You're on a path. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Best ending of the game.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Yeah, I haven't talked about how different this place is. What if I don't agree with the plan? Or what happens next? It seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Well, place is looking different.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just proceed.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Let's proceed.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
You never mentioned the mirror.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. And let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
The mirror's right in front of us.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
I guess I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
What mirror? I don't see it.
Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Let's wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is...
Oh, whoops. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
If you want to fight... Oh, I didn't hear an echo. Let's see. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time. And there'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
Let's continue.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of...
Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Narrator's getting tomatoes thrown at them.
Her face widens, into a broad grin.
Ma'am.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I think the hunted voice has a good idea here.
I really don't like the sound of this.
I don't know, this all sounds bad.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space. Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me? I want to know what happened after you killed me.
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
I don't think it's possible to want it as much as she does. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Bloody
Oh.
desire in her
Oh, shit.
eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Oh, fuck.
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you
Oh,
glance
no.
back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel. The cabin door finally in
She
sight.
does
but
have the
once
same
within your
nails.
grasp and
That's
infinitely
interesting.
distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess,
Oh, she's big.
singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge?
Oh no,
Then
she wants to
show me.
destroy me.
Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move.
I've had dreams like this. Oh my god, everybody. Calm down. We don't have, you've fallen right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow.
Oh shit. didn't mean to do that, where her elbow crashed into flesh.
It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we? You just might, but don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wielding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
Barbarian romance be like...
More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Casual barbarian ex-fighter romance. Oh my gosh.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh. Hello? But you do not have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, the narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here. The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. It's like it's mocking us. Let's just stay still.
Let's approach it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Maybe we're her? Just a theory? It's possible. Approach the mirror. These voices have real body issues. Let's look in our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, hello. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh. Gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart.
That is also a ma'am. Yeah. She looks handy. Oh my god.
Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
You what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a person.
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Oh, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate and the stretches and ow, the bonk. Hello, Lilith.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
I like being unafraid, princess. So do I. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Lilith, watch out, they're monster mommies. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Why does it look like she's being held back by hands? Oh yeah, it does look like that. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspective.
Nope. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Alright, see you later, Lilith. Thank you for the lurk. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh, not afraid to die. Okay. I guess we can try not going back. She seems cute and confused and she doesn't seem to be talking. Maybe the princess isn't her. Yeah, it's like, it seems like maybe the princess is a piece of her. Hand speak, yeah.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh, okay. We'll just vibe. We can wait forever. Hold on, let me save. I'm gonna save. Just to see what happens.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Hello? Oh, the game just closed. Oh, okay. That is what happens if you wait forever. The game closed itself. I'm feeling quantum theory in my princess game help. Alright, let's boot that back up again. Oh! Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay. Okay, make me forget. Oh. The achievement? Hold on. The achievement was... The achievement is called I Never Left Your Side. Attempt to outwait your destiny. That's what the description of the achievement says. Oh, can't hear. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait, bring the eye of the needle to her. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on just a second. The sound's being wonky. Give me just a second here. Slay the princess. Alright. Let's try... Okay, there we go. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. There we go. Can't believe she broke your game. Alright. Basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab. Okay. So maybe the... Okay. Get, I'm not doing
Are
this.
you serious? No, you have to do it.
some kind of reward. You'll go to the cabin, talk to her. If she's as bad as you say, then let's turn around and leave. Let's see what happens.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
It's your fault you wanted it. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Oh.
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Well, neat. Turn around again and leave again. Here we go.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. That's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have
What
to
if we
say,
put her there?
it seems like the universe
Maybe.
itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Alright, I guess we'll go into the cabin.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Now let's proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain
Doing
wooden
the voice of a
table.
hero. You are not
Perched
a
on
hero.
that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's enter the basement. How about this time we don't take the blade?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's a different voice this time.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Is this not the same girl? No, it's not. It's different, a different voice too. And a different personality.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
Give her a name. We'll see what
Go back
happens.
upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Let's see. There's a lot of options. Okay, for all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Okay, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I don't think you're actually dangerous, but I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. Yeah. Yeah, still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever...
Oh, whoops. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two
I'm
groups are
getting
probably
bonked.
one and the same.
You start a counter for every time you accidentally right-click? Yeah.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I'll kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. If I stayed for a while and kept you company, maybe then everyone could be happy. Well, let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Save? Oh, yeah. Might be a good...
You attempt to make your
Might
way
be a
out
good
of the
point.
basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Oh, damn.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let's return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh,
hesitates
God.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Zombie.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Zombies don't bite themselves. She was just a little hangry.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Let's warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Let's resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
Love how she still says
The two
sorry.
of you have literally
Yeah.
doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices
Yeah, she
its
is
way
pretty
into your
cute.
body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of
I think it's
made
clear
your
she
choice.
isn't human, though. Oh,
It's
yeah,
over.
definitely.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Boy howdy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, but I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Do you want to skip it? Golly, dialogue is good. Yeah, I might do that. Just a little bit.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Oh,
If we're going to save our beloved,
new voice.
we'll have to
This
be
is actually
sneaky
new.
about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd
For,
sacrifice
as
the
in
whole world for
me,
a peck on the cheek.
The voice of the hero, the voice of the smitten, and the narrator.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm thinking let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she
Save
says.
her. I'm actually thinking that's gonna be the plan.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be
I hate the
stifled.
voice of the
They
Smitten.
must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Let's proceed. He's just the voice of love.
The interior of the cabin is clean
Oh, hey, it's even
and
different
elegant.
this time.
Its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a...
What are you
Okay.
talking about? This is...
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Okay,
There
so it's
was a mirror
basically
a
the
sec, but now it's
same
gone.
as
Pity.
before.
We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
It's into the basement. Let's go. Here we go. No knife.
The door to the basement
Let's
creaks
roll.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That sounds different.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the
I think
far
I stabbed her
wall.
the second time just to spite Mr. Love.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're...
Oh, damn it. Oh well. Whoops, my finger slipped again.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end. and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Maybe we are ending it. Yeah, maybe.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
It didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
That is a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But she's a small princess. Exactly. But before we start talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Sounds like a Pokemon character voice.
Isn't that
Gosh.
just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
She would end the world for us if that isn't love. Absolutely true love.
Not so sure.
Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
She's being too nice.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Let's rescue the princess.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
She is really pretty.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Bro is jealous, yeah.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Lag? Possibly. I mean, seems like the stream status is good. Might be a little bit of a delay, I don't know.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Not gonna lie, got it, sorry. My end. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh my gosh. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah, let's leave and we'll figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk
here we
up
go.
the stairs,
Happy
hand
ending.
in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Not even sure if the world exists. If when you turn around it brings you back to the cabin. Like, what is the world exactly? Yeah, that's a good point, too.
Let's see.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
The world is you and her. Exactly. We're not going to kill her.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Okay, so we got an achievement called Romantic Haze, and the description for it says, "Your love will set you free."
A happy ending at last.
Oh, here comes the sinister music.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Oh.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's
Oh
cold.
no.
Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh, it's the hands again. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course, you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror. Here we go. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. It's me. Hello. I've grown. Oh gosh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay. When this is all done, you know what you want to do.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things as I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay. Been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet.
I don't like it. Yeah,
To them,
it's
you
kinda
are a
spooky.
gate to something more. and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. How many more vessels?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Okay. Let's try something. Let's destroy our body. As it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. Oh. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Attack the entity. The will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Well, I guess we'll go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and we die. Boy howdy. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. So these are... Oh. Always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit.
Sounds like she doesn't even know what she is. Yeah, it's, I guess, like, the princesses that we make based on our choices, might shape what the ending is. That's what I'm guessing.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a prince. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's...
Gonna skip some dialogue. Let's just proceed to the cabin. Let's see what kind of princess we've got.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult. The door to the basement creaks open, reveal her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Oh, okay.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
It's the first princess. Why do you look goblin mode? Because I am goblin, and I thought it'd be fun.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck,
Goblin
hero.
steal.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. So don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what...
Yeah, let's drop it. Let's do something different. Yeah, the first chapter always goes back to normal, but you can't take the same path twice. Oh, okay.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
People out there who think you're going to end the world. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
Well, what are you going to do if I let you out here?
Princess hesitates before responding.
Tongue-tied. There.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't...
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that again. God damn it.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Let's see. Let's keep her locked away. Oh yeah, we've only got 3 options now. Okay.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh, that's sinister.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Already made my choice. Locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Let's commit to it. Staying to the plan and, like, locking her down here.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Oh no.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Hello.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Still a monster mommy. Oh my god.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath. and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Honestly, I'd still smash. Oh, chapter 2, the nightmare. Here we go.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Yep, we've been through this before. Ghost mommy, yeah.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, okay, we can't say that, okay.
She will lie,
Oh
she will
no.
cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was...
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh, now we've got a paranoid voice. Let's proceed.
The interior
Oh.
of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement.
What are you talking about?
Swipe the mirror.
You reach
Oh,
forward and rub your hand against
it's just a
it.
wall
Make it
again.
Go away. Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
how did she get out before, even though she was in chains? Oh, no, she's not out. It's just the door is gone this time around.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor.
The
It would be
cabin
difficult to slay the princess and
changes
save the world without a
each
weapon.
chapter. No, before you died? Oh, I have no idea. Oh, because she's a scary monster lady, I guess.
Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though?
She was kind of like
Couldn't you
a
have given us something
specter,
else?
it seemed like.
Something... I don't know. Better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
But the thing is that she's able to, like, she doesn't need help getting out. She's either been like a monster, or she's like, her hand is small enough that she can slip out of it. Oh look, there's even something over here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of something. There's a bunch of ghosts and stuff.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Let's enter the basement. Got our
You
knife.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Ooh, spooky.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Let's step off into the void between the stairs. Here we go.
You
Oh,
attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Okay. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
Narrator's such a
Make your way
spoil
to the bottom
sport.
of the
Yeah.
stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones
It just
visible
seems like
against
fun,
the inky
okay?
black of
Yeah,
the basement,
definitely.
mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Let's go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh,
I
hello.
told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play.
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
Your vision cuts out as your blod
Oof.
begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Oh, this is my favorite version. Oh gosh.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs,
Love the porcelain mask. Oh yeah.
lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
liver.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Heart, lungs, liver.
What good am I to you alive?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Let's see.
Heart, lungs, liver,
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
lungs.
I know. You told me last time. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Liver, nerves.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? free terror I'd bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Yeah, if you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
We don't have to be enemies, we can work together.
lungs, liver,
We'll be friends even.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
lungs, liver, nerves,
Let's see.
heart, lungs, liver.
Slay the princess. Let's go.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she? We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stares back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours. Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
It's not like it matters if I die again, I'll just come back. I've got the best company to ask for. You guys, what more do I need? I'm not a creature of biology. Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens? You stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I'm not a creature of biology.
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Well, I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys, what more do I need?
Oh, you could do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
It's not like it. Yeah, you don't want us to die because you'd be lonely.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
It's not like it matters if I die again, I'll just come back.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one.
Nope. Whoops. That explains a lot, though.
Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling
Baba
us?
Booey.
Baba Booey.
Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
How about now?
Still no.
I'm going to wear you down eventually. Might as well spill those sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you.
Oh, I guess we'll wait.
More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here.
Fuck it. We'll just take the blade.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
What if we throw the blade into the void?
Oh no, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than that. You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
And away we go.
No, you really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
Hang on a second. Slain there? Where's there?
You're on a path...
Yeah, don't muck it up, dude.
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it. Yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence?
Thank you for the posture check. And the hydrate. And the stretch. Thank you for the stretch.
I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks
Just tuned back
the
in.
moment
Well,
you
welcome
say
back,
or do
Lilith.
anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Okay. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. Something we haven't tried. Let's turn around and leave.
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh, whoops. Can I go further astray? Oh. Okay.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
Well, here we go.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Alright, let's enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark. A single narrow hallway
Hey,
stretching
we're not
far
clowns.
into the
Okay,
distance.
maybe I am.
Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh, there's no blade now.
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade
Yeah, he
or
never
not,
sees the
doesn't
mirror.
really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of the hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Let's approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror clean.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Oh, ouch. Ouchies. Ouch, my bones.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess.
Gosh.
Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She
Oh, hey, I have feathers.
us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it. Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt. Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
Bone juice, yeah.
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Alright, look, we're even now. You killed me, and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you...
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. Now there's no going back to fix it now. Either look on it in horror or celebrate my freedom, but either way, you're about to become a passenger. I don't even know how I got to be here. Wait, you don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this.
Oh, that's a good one.
Evil is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you think of me? Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of
Oh
the
my
long
gosh.
hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like,
Why is she so
manifest
cute?
a rock
Baba
on top of
Booey.
her head?
Baba Booey.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
I was gonna make a joke with that fart reverb, but I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary...
Scared fart, yeah.
I'm sure we'll be moving
Oh,
on.
excuse me, Your Highness. I'm just absolutely scared shitless.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ooh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were going into it for the wrong reasons.
I think it would be funny if she became one of the voices. Yeah. I mean, she basically is now.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think you feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me. And I don't feel regret into the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff.
Crunch,
your body
crunchy
reduced
crunch.
to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Let's throw our body into the abyss. Just screw you, lady.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours,
Yeet.
but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I need to do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Excellent. Yippee!
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving.
Whoops. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
What happens now?
If you need what happens now, you wanted it.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
You took a better punch to your head. You left. Go on. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Oh, the narrator can leave. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the word's banned, so I can't say it anymore. Look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Oh, here come the hands. And she's gone. And we're back here.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Can't even trust ourselves.
Approach the mirror. Aw, you EP? Good night, Lion. Thanks for hanging out. Approach the mirror. Let's gaze into our reflection. How come you can see the mirror when we reach the empty, but not when we are near the cabin? Oh, the mirror isn't there until, like, the second chapter of each round, basically. But the narrator can't see the cabin, or the mirror, but our other voices can. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh, I'm melty now. You've withered. If she has a more happy ending, let me know. I'll let you know. Like, it is a horror game. I imagine it's probably gonna get scarier. Oh, there she is again.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
She just keeps getting cuter, exactly.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times we go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels do I need?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. That feels like that's close, so I think I'm gonna go for one more loop.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Oh boy, howdy. Oh, back to the hero and the princess. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Well, let's go. Let's continue. Let's silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's back. Let's proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost the blade is your implement.
Yeah, I'm skipping this dialogue because we've already seen it before. So
You take the
let's
blade
it.
from the table.
Okay, so this is gonna be the
door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Who's there?
Oh, it's
She
her again.
sounds
Okay.
dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
What if we just let her go?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Then again, we could just stab her. Actually, no, we did that the first time around, I think.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yeah, let's try just letting her go. Because this is the mean princess. I was expecting the other one.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reason.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, have you
I hate
decided
how
what to do
mean
with
she
me?
is even when you're trying to be nice. Yeah.
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here. Let's go.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away
Okay. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams
Wait,
shut.
we took the knife.
You hear the click of... Is someone else here?
Okay. Let's return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's do it.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Why wouldn't you cut underneath to keep as much there? I don't know.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Well, let's go.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Let's warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Let's try slaying the princess this time.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air.
Asshole
She's ready for
narrator.
it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice. You drop the blade.
Oh, snap.
Pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now, adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that again. My finger keeps slipping.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
Gotta play the long game, marry her first.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark.
Oh, if only.
And you die.
The tower. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Alright, let's keep going.
A warning. Before she will lie, we might as well just pledge
Voice
ourselves
of the
to her
broken. Ooh.
and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Yeah, be a bottom. Oh my god.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if rescue her, given the state, so please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads.
Alright, I'm gonna start skipping through the dialogue
If
here.
that's what you want.
I wanna see the princess.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh, look at
larger
that.
and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with the blade as your Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult.
It's into the basement. Oh, is she gonna be giant? Why the mirror on the side but the
The
door
door
is
to
in
the
front of
basement
you?
creaks open, revealing a spiral
it's
staircase.
Been there every
Steps
time.
almost as deep
Well, not
as you
every
are tall.
time, but it's always
The
been to
smell
the
of
side.
incense drifts up
And
from
then,
below. For a moment,
always, I think the third
almost feel at ease.
chapter, each turn around, the mirror is in front of us.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
Just want to see a giant woman.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
Alright, let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Is he going to call her mommy? I don't know.
The princess
Oh,
towers over
hello.
you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
Baba Booey.
I told
Baba
you
Booey.
it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again.
Oh, whoops. Brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Drop it.
Oh gosh. Let's see. Jane is always nothing to her, no matter what form she takes. Yeah, that's very true. Kinda want to see what happens when we drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
It's really tempting to just do it. Yes, ma'am.
On
Yeah,
her
let's do
command,
it.
you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to
Keeps
deal
calling
with
you
her.
bird. Are you actually a bird? Like, are you actually an anthropomorphic bird? As far as I can tell, it's like kind of a mix between like reptile and bird, or like some kind of bird thing. Because the voices have mentioned before that we have feathers, so I don't know if I'm a bird or not. Just some sort of weird looking creature.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying.
Gonna be a little defiant. I imagine it's like Aarakocra from D&D. Probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't have wings though, as far as I know.
You will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Let's remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Can she do that?
There's nothing she can't do.
Meekness, despair, but a hint of something more. A small taste of stubborn resistance. A grain in the storm of my cosmic wind. Enough to be felt, but not enough to matter. And there it is. I am destined to end the world. Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
If you're so powerful, can't you break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Oh yeah, she sure does like the sound of her voice.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I am curious to see what happens if we just go with it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that just to see what happens.
Your will was so easily
I also want to see yours.
broken.
Yeah.
Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you...
Oh, whoops. Brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
Kind of deserves it. Yeah.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Let's break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose.
All the way.
The end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Let's take her hand. Oh, here come the hands. And she's gone. You do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Let's approach it.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. I don't want to look at us.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Let's gaze into our reflection. I am unraveled. Oh boy. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. And there she is.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end.
Well, whoops. Damn it, my finger keeps slipping.
I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
You think that anything out there is real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Okay, do you think that anything is real out there?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's a good point. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. Call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know him this for a fact.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. 1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude. These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay, let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright. See you later, Lilith. Thanks for lurking.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Alright, let's keep going. Let's just move forward.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find... We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost the blade is your implement.
Let's just go into the base. Well, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, what if we let her go this time?
How about you drop the knife and the...
Look how reasonable she's being. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide.
Okay, so we can kind of just skip the dialogue
Blade
for now.
tumbles out of your
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
you know why you're here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away.
Alright, yeah, I guess we'll check for a key.
I'll be here.
Though we know how this is gonna go.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
No, whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
You won't like.
Okay. Okay, we can't slay her this time, so we have to save her.
Against your better judgment, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns.
How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't. As the princess approaches. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward.
Stop it.
And let's resist.
The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
Alright, the prisoner. Here we go.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. Oh, she will lie.
Yes, don't believe a word she said.
Whoops.
Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus.
Alright, let's focus on the princess, on our goal.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. The only furniture of note is an iron table bolted to the floor. The blade is your implement.
Let's take it.
You take the blade from the table. It will be
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
The door to her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Let's sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed? I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Actually, I kind of want to drop the knife. Let's see what happens.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
Oh.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Oh.
No. Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world.
It seems like she did, yeah.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Yeah, let's take her with us. Here we go.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
But what if she's not?
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Let's go. I don't think she's actually dead.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Oh. Well, there we go. She's not dead.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. But it's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Oh, and there she goes.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a... This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yay, the narrator got shut up.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
What do we look like this time? Oh, nothing at all. Boy howdy. As in, right, can't be nothing? You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Ooh.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Trying to pick out something good, like good questions.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it. When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave. Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Okay. People become a lot of people to be. So you do know about the looping. Okay.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Not sure what to say. Guess I'll just say nothing.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Whoop. All of this is me. Boy howdy. Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
This kind of feels like a good point to save. There we go.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Guess we could slay the princess.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop?
Whoops, I didn't mean to slip again. My finger slipped. Okay. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark. When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
I think my choices kind of shaped how this final confrontation was going to turn out.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
This has always just been about us, two people forced to hurt each other again and again and again. But we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Address this vessel's statement directly. You see with certainly what shape a world without you will take. Don't want that world to pass. Then give me what choice.
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality. I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
So we've both become better for what we've been through, haven't we? Not all obstacles are equal. Can meaning not exist in the absence of cruelty and pain? I fought you to protect others, not to better myself.
And yet you changed regardless. Your perspective widened.
As the clasp between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's either believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. I want to fight you, but how do we leave? Can't let this happen, I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you and me to preserve meaning and existence. I'm going to stay to trust that's true. Fight for a better world. Because it sounds like if we leave with her, then just everything ends. To itself, and I cannot let you exist. Don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. Can't be this. Won't kill you, but I won't let you free. Done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
No, I do care. See.
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you. After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed me. But we don't have to get into all that. I'm here now. That's what matters. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Alright, let's heck and go.
Then let's go.
Oh, hello?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the...
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Wowee. Taro's tough. Carry a part of what should be her, and she carried a part of what should be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they aren't nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Let's leave. Leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself. Whoop.
It's quiet here.
Path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. But there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free. Before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more blood shed in this new world.
We didn't forget what you told us.
You thought we'd be gone. Thought you could taunt us with death.
We never left. We've just been quiet, hiding somewhere else. But we don't need to be quiet any longer.
Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Slaying our beloved and threatening us with damnation. There's no good ending for you.
I'm sorry. They all know what you did. Voices get around.
Well, there we go. Slay the princess and make some... Oh. All the voices hate us. I guess that's one ending. Well, there we go. Finish the game. A good ending doesn't count. Ooh. Oh, okay, this is... Guess we'll return to the main menu. Yeah, that was fun. Well, that's one ending. And the voices hate us. Alright. I think that is a good place to stop for the night. That was a 4-hour stream. Gosh darn. Alright. Stream's over. That was fun. That was a lot of good fun. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to quit the game. And we're going to find somebody to raid. But yes, thank you everybody for hanging out. Sticking it out for the 4 hours. It's been a while since we've had like a long stream like that. Okay, so let's see. Looks like our friend King Necros is playing a game, Hide and Shriek. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm guessing it's maybe it's a horror themed hide and seek game. So we're actually going to go and raid him. It's been a while since we've done that. So we're going to go do that. And I'll catch you all next time. Yeah, it was interesting and fun. Yeah. It was a good time. But yeah, so thank you everybody for hanging around. We're going to go ahead and raid King and Necros, and I'll catch you all next time. So until then, well, I'll be streaming more on Wednesday. Not sure what I'm going to play yet, but I'll figure it out when the time comes around. And until then, I'll see you later.